are live. We are live. Thank you for tuning in and let me help you, a loved one or friend, find your vegan soul through food, people, events, and culture. Happy Juneteenth, everyone! Summer with Black Veg Society, and I have two special guests on today. Two reducitarian fellows, CC and Workana, are here today to talk about Reducitarian and the fellowship that they were on or in. Let me get y'all on here. Oh, there you go. I see you.
Hello.
Awesome. How you doing today?
Great. I'm doing great.
Yeah, we're doing good.
Awesome. Okay, so tell me a little bit about the fellowship. What is Reducitarian, and why did you choose to become a fellow?
Okay, so the Reducitarian Foundation is a nonprofit that seeks to motivate people to reduce the amount of animal product that they eat. And they choose this model over like being a vegetarian or being a vegan because like it's so hard for people to just, be vegetarian or vegan. So they advocate to just reduce the amount of meat that we intake or the amount of dairy that we intake. And I became a fellow with the Reducitarian Foundation because particularly my personal reason was like I knew there's a problem in my community around food, and I wanted to kind of begin to address it. And yeah, I'm gonna start there.
CC.
Hi, everybody. So I'm CC. I chose to join the Reducitarian Fellowship because I was one myself when I first explored it. I was on a weight loss journey. I had been way over my limits in obesity, and I chose to go plant-based. And I found an organization that believes in the same things and promoting the better eating. And here I am.
Love it. I'm trying to get that. Hey, Boy Blaze, I see you there. Boy Blaze is saying good afternoon to everyone. Thank you. Why are you choosing to assist Black Veg Society this summer? What brought you to how did you even find out about us?
Let's see. Okay, at least the main reason why I joined the Black Veg Society is because we're like at least one of the few organizations that are really doing work in the community. A lot of organizations are, doing work, trying to get a Whole Foods to sell more plant-based foods, or trying to get whatever groceries to use certain labels to let people know that certain products are, meat-free or dairy-free and whatnot. But those organizations don't really reach our community on a deep level. And Black Veg Society really, is all about kind of on the ground work.
Oh, that was good. I was going to say for myself, I was beyond excited when I first even heard of it. Being that I feel like our community, the Black community itself, we have so many health risks and so many issues, and a lot of it has to do with our eating. And so when I saw a community that it wasn't just about like better eating, but like the science behind it, the love behind it, the soul behind it, that it's okay to eat green. It's okay to prioritize your vegetables and things like that. And it got me so excited. Again, because that's kind of what started me on my journey. And I think I took a more personal level at it because that was a community that I was looking for myself. So that's just a small little thing.
Thank you for sharing that, CC. Hey, Kennedy Little. saying congratulations, you all. This is incredible. What Kennedy is not telling you is that she continues to work with Black Veg Society. She helps us with the newsletters. She builds the bridges between our organization and Food Empowerment Project and what they're doing in other organizations. She's came through Friends of the Earth's Youth Steering Committee, and she's doing amazing work. So we got to make sure we give it up for Kennedy Little. She is representing the Black community and the vegan advocacy in this space. So we appreciate your help and support, Kennedy. So talking about help and support, what do you two plan on? How are you going to be helping Black Veg Society this summer specifically?
I'll butt in real quick. Content.
Don't all speak at once.
I was going to say content. I am so excited to be able to be a part of the content and outreach. I feel like that is the biggest thing that we need, especially in today's time, especially in our generation, especially in our community, to get out there. We're always on our phones. Let's learn something. Let's see something. And so I have the pleasure of being able to, make those posts, make those connections, say, hey, you're an influencer. You talk about this, things like this, and you kind of get to influence our generation because we are becoming the new adults. And with that, we have to be able to promote the difference. We have to be able to know our bodies. We're seeing what's going on. We're seeing the changes that's happening in the food industry. And so, yeah, I am so excited to be able to just, I just lost my words, guys. That's how excited I am. I love it. I think I get to do the research. I get to see what this amazing organization is doing. Like, you guys see that?
Talk about that working up.
Yeah, no, I think Black Veg Society really does a good job at like pushing the right message. Both CC and I are like Howard students from Howard University, and one thing that's really pushed there is to look. We as Black people need to look for solutions within ourselves and within our African past, and Black Veg Society does a really good job at approaching, plant-based diet through an Afrocentric lens, and I've done some work along those lines. I should have just watched your YouTube videos the whole time, Naija, but I came to the same conclusions about seeing food as medicine, about trying to simplify our diets to nutritious staple foods. And so I'm looking forward to pushing that, helping Black Veg Society push those very important messages.
I am so excited to have you both here. I'm looking through some of the comments. Boy Blaze, I see your comment there. You're regretting to inform us that you are, what is it you're saying here? I am today years old hearing about reducitarian diet. I'm retaining all of this knowledge. I haven't converted completely to vegan yet, but it's inevitable at this point. And you're telling us that you are a pescatarian. I was a pescatarian for 3 years. So it wasn't, everyone's journey here, and what the Black Veg Society does is we meet people where they are on their journey towards holistic health, veganism, and the plant-based diet, because the reality is everyone is not going vegan. That's just the reality. Some people are going to take the food. Some people are going to focus on certain levels of environmentalism. Then you have your animal rights folks. They're going all in because it's for the animals. So, but it is your personal journey. Everyone's not going to transition the same way. So I was 3 years a pescatarian before I fully transitioned to veganism, because it was my journey. I was learning as I went along. So, we're going to get there, but our society is going to meet you where you are, wherever you are. I appreciate that. So what messages would you like to share, Cece and Working to the viewers? And I got Rich on, and Rich, I'm going to bring you on in a few because I want them to definitely meet you because he put on an incredible Veg Fest in Philly this weekend. And it was amazing. And we need more festivals like this. We need one in every single city in the entire country, if at all possible. So, what messages would you like to share around what you're doing personally, what you learned through the Reducitarian Fellowship, and being engaged with Black Veg Society at this point? And either one of you can start.
Okay, so during our fellowship, we got to experience the Reducitarian Summit. They flew us out. We got to meet many different types of people within the field of factory farming, and not just vegan. Reducitarian is not just about being vegan. It's about trying to better yourself and eating more plant-based. It's about the lower consumption of meat. And so at this summit, I got to learn about the impacts of schools and our elderly homes, being able to give them that diet as well. Hospitals. What about those moms who don't consume meat and they go to a hospital and you're giving them all they can eat is some juice and maybe a pancake? It's not really nutritious. So it's been great learning the different impacts. And like Working, I mentioned, when you mentioned food being medicine, just the different impacts of our food and how important it is to think about the different diets that exist. There's protein everywhere, not just in meat. We got beans, we got tofu, and even if you don't like tofu, it's just so many options.
I'm glad you said that. Me and my daughter had some edamame last night, and so I told her that now when someone asks you about where you get your protein, this is all protein, so she has an understanding of that. Working out, what about you?
I guess something that I gained from studying food is at least thinking about your diet as through the lens of like decolonizing your diet. I think is really important. So kind of how can we restore the way that our ancestors ate, which was kind of taken away from us. And at least like one key way that you find that you could do this is by storing food. It seems silly, but storing key staple foods like lentils, rice, beans, and again, there are like 10 variations of each of these types of foods. And if you go to any like traditional African household, what you find is they have a granary where they store like literally 6 months worth of food. But we don't need to do that because we have grocery stores here. But still, we could keep enough rice, beans for the next 2 months. And what that does is it allows us or at least it prevents like reasons and occasions for us to kind of order out or not be ready to feed ourselves. So kind of doing these simple things and to kind of protect ourselves against a system that kind of tries to draw us away from who we are is kind of an important takeaway.
I appreciate you sharing that. You're tuning into Naja Speaks. Please subscribe to the channel. Naja Speaks is supported by Black Veg Society. So your tax deductible donation at blackvegsociety.org keeps this along with all the other outreach programs that we run through the nonprofit. So please, we appreciate your support. Go to blackvegsociety.org. Make a donation. No amount is too small. $5, $10, $15, $20, $25. We stretch that. We pay for ads. We boost reels, all types of stuff. So please, we need your support. I'd like to bring on two guests that I want to introduce you to before we transition out from your segment. Before we do that, there's another message from Brother Boy Blaze. I think he was apologizing again. I hate when people apologize, and we'll get to that. But let me just bring on Coach Robert Moore. Let's get you in here. Let's see, we can get everybody in here, right? It's like the screen is so small. I might have, okay, there we go. I'm gonna add Coach Robert Moore. He was a guest, special guest at the Philly Veg Fest. Are you on? Can we get you on? Yep. And then we got Richard Rogers. We're trying to add everybody to the stage. Mind you, this has been a task because I'm out and out.
Oh no, I think Nadia might have gone cut out because she's using her hotspot.
Yeah.
So I guess we might be. Are we live? I think we might be live.
We're live. I wanted to respond to that one comment because I also was a pescatarian. And you're right. I'm a Marylander myself. I love seafood, hands down. I totally understand. And there are some really, like you said, some really good alternatives.
Live right. Peace. Hey.
Hello.
We believe Nadia.
How are you guys?
Good. Nadia has been cut out because she.
It's all right. We'll keep.
I think she lost her hotspot.
We'll keep it rolling.
Yeah.
We'll keep it rolling. I was listening to your conversation, and CC, you were talking about your pescatarianism.
Yeah, I used to be one for probably around 3 years as well.
All right. Well, let's do this. In her absence, Rob, how are you, buddy?
I am excellent. How about yourself, good sir?
All right. Why don't you introduce
welcome
yourself?
Welcome to the room. Peace to the room, I should say.
Yeah, peace to the room. Why don't you introduce yourself, and I'll do the same after you.
Absolutely. I am Coach Robert Moore, your favorite health and lifestyle coach, helping you transition and get rid of the habits that take care of us, that take us out way too early.
All right. And I'm Richard Rogers.
I'm back, y'all. I'm sorry about that. DC working on.
You're not
sorry. It happens. After you finish the program and the summer ends, I appreciate you. We'll talk more. All right. Sorry about that, everybody.
Let's get in touch with each other.
All right. You know what? I'm still coming down from the Philly Veg Fest. Thank you for taking charge here because, as you can see, I'm out and about. So, Wi-Fi is a Wi-Fi. I'm sure you know, Richard.
We kept it rolling. Am I cutting out?
I know you did because you're a leader.
We kept it rolling.
What is going on? Coach, I was late. I missed your session and I was trying to get there on time. Please,
that's quite all right.
More about what you do, how
that
you
is
did
quite
it,
all right.
Yes, let's talk about that.
Okay, so I'll reintroduce myself. I'm Coach Robert Moore, your favorite health and style coach, helping you habits that are killing us too early that we tend to associate with hereditary. So I help you shift how you eat, move, and think, so you can get rid of the conditions you think are hereditary, but it's really just tied to how you're doing.
I love it. I love it. And you was on me at the hotel. You was getting it. You know what, Coach? I went down at the hotel. You had us at the residence, and thank you for that, Richard. We appreciate it. It was really comfortable. I went down there to get some breakfast, and Coach was like, "There ain't nothing in it," like all loud embarrassment. There ain't nothing you down here. I'm like, you know what I liked about what they had? They had silk chocolate milk. They had silk milk for the cereal. I'm having a bowl of cereal, and then we're debating about the what is it? The potatoes.
The potatoes.
Whether it's butter or margarine. All margarine may not be vegan. I'm like, Coach, please tell me, how does somebody navigate all of this? What would you recommend?
So to navigate all of this is I do my best to keep things simple. Avoid all products, even if it just looks like it may have animal in it, just avoid, because there is no reason to. Yes, we may be hungry, but there is always some alternatives to eat. Like you said, there was fruit on that salad bar. You could eat the cereal, and they had a plant-based milk for you. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. So to basically keep it, the best thing you can do is to keep it simple. Fruits, veggies, grains, legumes, and nuts and seeds. If it's not that, just avoid it.
I love it. I love it. What was your experience like at Philly Veg Fest?
Oh man, it was a movie. I was honored to be a speaker this year and to spread my message. And it's always a good vibe, always great people. The vendors are phenomenal. The food is fantastic. And getting to meet and connect with people like yourself and some of the others that were out there, it's always a pleasure.
Richard, you just
Yes,
coming
yes.
back after a couple of years. What were your thoughts? I think you did a banging job.
Thank you.
Despite the little inclement weather, I didn't. You tell me how you think it went.
I think it went well. I still got my chops, so we're 3 years back, and yeah, we executed everything that was under my control. We executed properly. I can't control the weather except for a little bit. I do control downpours, and I said we will not have a downpour.
And you did.
So,
You did.
and I love everything that we had a few surprises in the morning because you saw those construction vehicles out there. They were supposed to be further down the way, and suddenly tractor. But when I was there at 6:15, I was walking the site and making some changes, putting my placeholders down for different vendors, redesigning the efficiency of where their places would be, moving the music stage to a different spot so it could accommodate that little park area that I like to accommodate. But it actually turned out better, I think, that way.
Yeah.
But
What would you do different? Would you do anything different if you think back? Would you do anything different?
For this past one, well, different was getting back to that space. So we're staying there. I've already secured it for next year. I've secured many things for next year already. Different for the, you know, just little things. Like I want a backdrop on the stage that has our logo on it, so we're not looking at what looks like emptiness behind the stage. I maybe want to implement another casual talk stage somewhere else so people can stumble upon that, mid festival where we have some different types of people talking, maybe from personal stories or maybe some other panels that are happening, some casual things that are happening that way. Because it's hard to fit everybody on as you know, the stage time was just tight, but we observed it. So if I can get more talking time elsewhere, that would be fantastic. And there are more people who could participate. They don't have to be the likes of you two, but they can be people telling their personal stories from regular life, Philadelphia people. 'Cause everybody has great stories about transition and about food and what they've experienced. So I'd like to get
Absolutely.
personal voices. Maybe we'll call it
Thank you
that.
for sharing that,
Yeah.
Boy Blaze. He's speaking to Coach Roberts. The priorities in the morning and making fruits a priority for optimal hydration and digestion. Best thing to have
Nice.
for breakfast an hour. And in his opinion, thank you for sharing that, Boy Blaze. I thought it was fantastic. Yes, and even you kicking me off the stage because I took too much time.
I did
thought
not
it
get
was
you.
all
She
the time.
tells tales out of school, telling tales. But
Why?
what other different things I do? I need some stage time. Maybe it's just things I want to talk about, but I
Yeah,
don't
I
take
thought
from
you
you
were going to
guys.
speak. I didn't see you speak. I thought you was on the agenda to speak. So
It was
that's
too
why
tight.
you
I
need
was
to
just
get
there.
yourself. Yeah, you need to get
I was there as
yourself.
the MC. It was tight.
Why are festivals like Philly Veg Fest so important, and what do you get out of organizing or speaking to your case, coach, and participating in them? So why are they important? These type of festivals, because
Right.
every festival
So
has
let's be. Yeah,
something.
I'm glad you said that. So I take pride in being a part of the Black Vegan Experience, Philly Veg Fest, Black Veg Fest up in New York, Charlotte Veg Fest, the Midwest Soul Fest, and I look forward to when you bring your fest back so I can be there. But it's important because you all have curated fest in underserved communities. And these are the people that really need to hear this message more than anybody because the wealthy, they got insurance, they already know about health. But it's those people that are on the lower income scale and that are in the day-to-day of living life. They don't have time to reach, they don't have time to find the information that so it gives us an opportunity to get them together as a collective and impart this life-giving information to them so that they can start to make the change. So that's why these are important for me. I love how we already have a good sense of people that are already vegan for us to make a bigger push to be able to get more non-vegans to the event so that they can really experience what this lifestyle is about. Because oftentimes people say, oh, the food's bland, I'm not going to get my protein, all of these misconceptions that they have about what it means to be whole food, plant-based vegan. And I believe when you show up to festivals like Philly Veg Fest and Soul Veg Fest, you really get to break those limiting beliefs and rewrite those scripts.
Thank you. Richard, what do you have to say about that?
I think they're important. In addition to what Rob said, they give an opportunity for people to see like people. Sometimes you feel alone when you're in this lifestyle, and to find a whole community that just sets up in your town is amazing. Sometimes it's hard where people are there in these vegan food deserts. They can't get the produce. They can't get anything that's accommodating for the lifestyle. And then suddenly, a whole caravan just shows up with all the food you want to eat. There's so much education that's there. It's just a rapid course study to what you might need in this lifestyle, and you just don't feel alone. And the resources, the human resources that you meet there, you take numbers, you find coaches like Rob, you find other people, you find people like you, Naja, and they can follow you, they can follow Naja Speaks and just be learning constantly. In the beginning stages of my transition, back in 2013, well, not that was one of the beginning stages, that's when I fully committed, but it was hard to fill those voids when I was removing foods and removing things. So slowly and patiently, I found resources like Veg Fest. I found resources like different stores, and just it's a journey. So, and this is part of the journey for many people, a very good part.
And that's what I was saying. Everyone's journey is going to be different, but it is their journey, and you're going to walk across the lives and run into Veg Fest that may vibe with you, may not vibe with you, or people in the movement that may or may not vibe with you. And it's all about finding that tribe, that like for like, and learning from all of them. Philly Veg Fest is part of the Federation of Vegan Festivals. So we are building this federation of support, and I was happy to see Black Veg Fest set up right there. Omawale Nadia, shout out to Francis and his family, set up right there, shot right next to the speaking stage and representing. It's a big thing. So, that's next up. We got to get out to Brooklyn and support them and support each other so that the next year's festivals, it's bigger, greater, and we're moving towards all the things that we want in a festival. What other events did you have coming up? Coach, do you have anything coming up that you want to shout out now? And how can people follow you and get more information about things you're working on? Okay, you're muted, Coach. Did you mute yourself?
My bad, I unmuted because they doing some leaf blowing over there in the corner. So I keep everything super simple. You can find me across every social media platform. LinkedIn, Coach Robert Moore. CoachRobertMoore.com. Upcoming events, we have in August. I'm doing a vegan raw retreat in Michigan. Literally the day I'm leaving New York and going to Michigan. After Michigan, hopefully I am booked for Veggie Taste, so that I can be down in Atlanta with you all there. Other than that, you can get me for coaching. I help people transition to the lifestyle so that they can get rid of type 2 diabetes, reverse blood pressure, and lose that stubborn belly fat that's causing a lot of the issues for our people.
I love it. I'm praying to get down to Veggie Taste too. I haven't been to ATL in probably a decade or so. I was just talking to my husband Greg about it. Like, we got to get out there and support Gray and Chef Nikki and all of them. So I hope to see you down there too. Richard, what do you got going on next?
In addition to already working on next year's festival, I'll be seeing both of you in Brooklyn for Black Veg Fest. And personally, what I'm working on for my momentum in this space is getting out there with my coaching program. So Rob might be doing some consulting with me as far as helping me finish the final steps of preparation. And that also entails my podcast. So channels that will allow me to help other people. Those things are coming up, and I'll be down there in Atlanta with you as well. So I've got my hands full, and I'm also working on, we'll call it my first book. I'm already in Brother Vegan, but we're working on my first book for transition. Got the publisher just waiting. So those things are happening, and that's all that stuff that, get up out the bed, motivate yourself, keep your lifestyle going. So all those components are important too, the entire package to help me accomplish those goals.
I love it. How can people follow you, Richard?
You can follow us on Instagram at Philly Veg Fest. You can also follow me at the Plant Based Human on Instagram, and same with Facebook. Philadelphia Veg Fest on Facebook, and the Plant Based Human on Facebook as well. Info at phillyvegfest.com is our email, and phillyvegfest.com as far as the website is concerned.
I love it. Peace and blessings, everyone. Again, happy Juneteenth. Thank you for tuning in to Naja Speaks. Subscribe to the channel. Naja Speaks is a project of the Black Veg Society. We are 501c3 nonprofit organization. Your tax deductible donation goes very far. No dollar is too small. $5, $10, $15, $20, $25 at blackvegsociety.org. I want to loop in my people right here. Dave Seal of Blue and Blue Marketing. This is part of the Maryland Vegan Eats team. So we do a Maryland Vegan Restaurant Month twice a year in March and in August. And I'm bringing him on because we got a special announcement to make about what's happening this August in Maryland. Dave, this is Coach Robert Moore and Richard Rogers. I was hanging with them in Philly this weekend. They had an amazing fest. So just wanted to, make sure that I introduce you, because if you all come to Maryland and celebrate with us in August, Dave is going to be there, chilling out, running all the stuff. So, yeah, I appreciate y'all. Until I see you again in Brooklyn or Atlanta, please be well, be safe, and have a blessed and happy Juneteenth.
Peace.
Happy Juneteenth, y'all.
Appreciate you bringing me on and sharing the space.
Thank you so much.
Dave, so we got some
What's
exciting
up?
news, okay? We
Yes,
didn't
ma'am.
see this coming, but it's coming.
It's coming hot and delicious. We are very, full stop. We are excited at Maryland Vegan Eats to announce our Summer Fest. This is going to be a new, in addition to our current, celebration, plant-based celebration that happens biannually, Maryland Vegan Restaurant Month, which will be happening August 1st through August 31st. During that month, we announced today that we are going to be doing Maryland Vegan Eats Summer Fest, which is going to be a week-long celebration of plant-based eating, August 23rd and August 24th. It's going to be awesome. I mean, we're planning on having 30 incredible vendors, live entertainment, speakers, cooking demos, you name it. It's going to be awesome. Right down in a central location at Power Plant Live in Baltimore, Maryland. We're thrilled. And I think it's just going to be an amazing place to see all of this amazing vegan cuisine in one spot that people can enjoy.
You know what? You can't have enough festivals. Like Baltimore City alone has so many festivals, just all different type of arts and culture and themes in the vegan space. To add this on top of a launch party, on top of a whole entire month of participating restaurants, adding plant-based options to the menu, and now introducing a vegan fest at Power Plant Live. This is going to be amazing. Tell us about Blue and Blue Marketing. What role are you going to play in this whole thing? That's a lot.
Yeah. So Blue Plus Blue is a marketing company that is Chino, the Baltimore foodie, and myself, and we are spearheading the marketing for Maryland Vegan Summer Fest, as well as each year we coordinate the Vegan Restaurant Month. And it's just really exciting. I mean, we love doing it. It's an amazing community of people, and I think over the years we've seen an increase of people coming out and enjoying enjoying the restaurants that are involved, but also an increase of like really great feedback from the restaurants that they see that return of people coming in for vegan cuisine, whether it's a vegan restaurant or whether it's an omni restaurant, that is putting vegan dishes out there. We have started doing our outreach. So our last year's winners, we have Ecobon coming back.
I love that.
Um, Oleum, which is who is in their new space, is going to be coming back. Nepenthe Brewing, Little Havanas have all already signed up. So the hype is real. Miss Shirley's is already signed up. So it's people get excited about this, and I think that they really get excited about being creative with plant-based foods as well.
Yeah, it is an exciting time. What I hear when we have the launch party, this is the most touching thing that I hear. When they're at the party, there's a lot of restaurants that are being discovered at the party. There are people there that come and they say, well, I never even heard of this place, or I didn't even know they offered plant-based options and vegan options. So it's really bridging the gap and and bringing the community together to really break bread and mesh and understanding that we all have to coexist. The vegan lifestyle, plant-based, isn't going anywhere. It may not be for everybody. I see some restaurants like, y'all could have it. We don't want it. And we get that. This is for those that want to learn. They want to add options on their menu, those restaurant participants, and really be engaged in that clientele that may not even be 100% vegan. They may just be foodies and want the plant-based food. They may just want to reduce their meat intake every so often time of the week. So this is for that community, and we're doing the work, getting the word out there and creating these edutaining events for them to do that. And I love it. And it couldn't be a better team. I mean, it's a great team.
I'm really excited, and we're collaborating with Underground Pizza, and Evan and Marshall have been really great collaborators. They do a really great job of hosting festivals and executing festivals down there at the Power Plant Live. But let me tell you, they also do some amazing vegan pizza. It's some of the best vegan pizza in the city.
Detroit style too.
Detroit style, yeah. So it's a little more thicker, a little more delicious. I mean, it's great stuff. And I'm just really excited about this summer. This summer iteration of Maryland Vegan Restaurant Month. It's a really cool. I like this format that we've come up with, where we like to highlight all of these different restaurants around Maryland, but sometimes it's hard for people to go to these different spots. And I think Summerfest, the idea around Summerfest is that we can bring these spots to people in a central location like Baltimore, and people can enjoy them. And like you said before, people can find new spots that they hadn't been exposed to. So it's a wonderful way to just highlight plant-based eating, but also just create good food. I mean, at the end of the day, vegan fare has come so far these days that it's delicious stuff, whether you're vegan or not. There's no denying it. There's just great food. I mean, I will say the Land of Cush's mac and cheese is some of, if not the best mac and cheese in Baltimore City. So
you hear that, Greg? You got the banging mac and cheese, okay? I'm sure you're gonna get all the hearts for that. As a public relations company, because as you say that, as a public relations company, what are some of the challenges that you do face with this particular type of project, veganism and plant-based, and especially that it's a month-long vegan campaign? What are you facing?
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, I think, some of the challenges are that it is a niche. that it is sort of, not everyone is all on board with plant-based eating, which is fine. So I think that that's one of the challenges, but I think it also, like you said before, provides an opportunity for us to educate, and that's one of the goals as sort of the marketing and PR arm of MD Vegan Eats is we try to educate people, we try to highlight, we try to show really good food, so that people see and maybe get enticed to go out and enjoy it. Um, and I think, at the end of the day, it's all about really fostering this sense of community around, veganism and just the vegan community here in Maryland, which is really robust. And it's a wonderful thing to see as well. But I think, for those people who have lived a vegan lifestyle for a long time, it's easy. For those who aren't, or maybe on the fence, or a little more curious about it, those are some of the more exciting people that we want to try and reach this summer. And again, Summerfest is going to be a perfect avenue of that, because it's just a great time to come out, eat, drink, listen to bands, hang out, and just enjoy a beautiful day in Baltimore City.
I'm so looking forward to it. This is an exciting
Me
time.
too.
Yes, Boy Blaze. Chino is the blue beard foodie, and his personality is amazing.
Yes,
It's just
yes.
so bright and joyful and wonderful. So yes, he's on the team, and we appreciate him. Any other information that you want to share about yourself or your businesses, Dave, that you want us to know?
Not so much about myself, but I do want to let people know that tickets will be on sale for Maryland Vegan Summerfest tomorrow, Friday at 11 a.m. on the mdveganeats.com website. So go there, check it out, get your tickets. There are VIP options for sort of additional, takeaways and discounts in the festival. And yeah, just let's start getting excited about August as Maryland Vegan Restaurant Month, because it's going to be a delicious, wonderful time.
All right, folks, Dave said it. Go to mdveganeats.com for more info about the MDVE Summerfest in August. I am excited, looking forward to it. It's always a pleasure working with you and the team, Dave.
You too,
and it's
Nasha.
going to be a busy summer.
Yes, ma'am.
Folks, you're tuning in to Naja Speaks. Please subscribe to the channel. Again, Naja Speaks is a program under Black Veg Society, who is one of the sponsors. Who's another sponsor for this Summerfest, Dave?
Visit Maryland is one of the sponsors. So
The
they're a big
presenting
supporter.
sponsor.
They're
Yeah.
the presenting sponsor. They're a great sponsor. Underground Pizza, Land of Kush, Golden West Cafe in Hamden. Those are the main organizers. So we are fortunate to have their support for this
Awesome.
initiative.
All right, Dave, whatever you do today, stay blessed, stay safe, and be well. Folks, that's it for today. I think we've given you enough information. So again, go to mdveganeats.com. Also, Black Veg Society will be at Planet Maryland this Sunday, June 22nd, for the festival. So if you want to connect with me there, I'll be speaking at, I think, 11:15. Come see me speak for 15 minutes, and then come support us at the table, at the Black Veg Society table. We'll be at Elm Street Park in Bethesda from 11 to 5. So for more information on that, go to planetmaryland.com. Planet Maryland series or something like that. What? Just search Planet Maryland. There's just too many .coms for me. But this Sunday, Elm Street Park, Planet Maryland. Google it. You'll find out all the information. Black Veg Society is one of the sponsors, along with Farm as the organizer, Farm USA, Vegetarian Society of DC, and others. So be there Sunday, the 22nd. Okay? Or be square. All right. Have a blessed one, everyone. Bye, Dave.
See ya.
Meeting you where you are. The meaning behind the slogan is that we meet the community where they are, on their journey towards holistic health, a plant-based lifestyle, and veganism, whether it's physically, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually. We do this through people, food, events, and culture. Our 6 pillars are earth, eating, education, empowerment, enlightenment, and events. We are Black Veg Society.